This episode of Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief is brought to you by Right By You Mortgage. Wherever life takes you, we're right by you. Visit rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast to learn more. From WREL News and the Capital Broadcasting Podcast Network, this is your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Wednesday, August 26th, 2020. I'm Cliff Baumgardner. Here's the latest from WREL.com. NC State athletics are on pause because of the rise in coronavirus cases on and near campus, which could delay the start of the football season. NC State has identified 7 new clusters of the virus, 3 found in residence halls on the main campus and 4 in off-campus apartment complexes. A cluster is defined by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services as 5 or more cases that are deemed close proximity or location. NC State announced on Monday 22 new positive tests within the athletic department, and that all sports activities had been put on pause. On Tuesday, the university added 63 more cases of the coronavirus identified in 7 student living facilities, both on and off campus. According to 2 sources with knowledge of the situation, the football program was included in Monday's cases, and one of the clusters the school identified was at the Wolf Village student apartment complex on campus, which is where the freshmen on the football team are required to live. In all, the athletic department has administered 2,053 tests so far, with 30 total positives as of the time of this recording. The numbers include players, coaches, and support staff. The school has not said which individual sports teams had athletes or staff who have tested positive. On Monday, NC State season ticket holders received a letter saying tickets were suspended for the 2020 football season. Under the contact tracing guidelines provided by the ACC's Medical Advisory Group, any players who have come in contact with someone who has tested positive would need to be quarantined, including being held out of practice for 14 days. NC State is scheduled to open the season at Virginia Tech on September 12th. NC State declined to comment on Tuesday when asked about the possibility of the game being moved. New data shows more than 70,000 new COVID-19 cases in children have been reported across the U.S. since early August. Child cases increased by 21% between August 6th and August 20th, according to an updated joint report from the American Academy of Pediatrics and the Children's Hospital Association. The report said more than 440,000 children have been infected in the U.S. since the start of the pandemic. Despite the climbing numbers, severe illness in children from the virus is rare, but updated guidance from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report posted earlier this month notes the rate of hospitalizations among children is increasing. Of those hospitalized with the virus, about 1 in 3 children is admitted to intensive care, the same as adults. The new data reflects what experts have highlighted as students prepare for a return to school. While the risk for COVID-19 related complications seems to be lower, there are still a lot of unknowns when it comes to children and the virus, including how big their role is in transmitting it. While cases nationally have been on the decline and the 7-day daily death average has also dipped, experts still point to several areas of concern. Those include the country's heartland, which CDC Director Dr. Robert Redfield said last week seemed, quote, stuck, as other parts of the country were jotting improvements in their COVID-19 trends. The key, Redfield said, is to stick with mitigation measures, including masks and social distancing, which have helped drive cases of the virus down. And lastly, according to a warning from economists on Monday, America remains in a deep downturn and is running a serious risk of a worsening recession that will last at least another year. About half of the National Association of Business Economists members expect U.S. gross domestic product, that's the broadest measure of the economy, won't return to its pre-pandemic level until 2022. A majority of those experts also say the U.S. job market will be back to its February level in 2022 at the earliest. Nearly 80% say there's a 1 in 4 chance of a double-dip recession, an economic downturn that begins to recover and worsens again before fully recovering. NABE's findings are based on 235 responses to its August economic policy survey. Washington has rolled out an unprecedented stimulus package in response to the pandemic recession, but economists are divided on the government's actions. 40% think not enough has been done, while 37% think the response was adequate. The remainder think the government has done too much. Although Congress finds itself unable to agree on the next stimulus package, more than half the NABE economists nevertheless believe supplemental unemployment insurance and the Paycheck Protection Program for small businesses should be extended. Most also believe the next stimulus package will be $1 trillion or larger. Even though America's deficit has been ballooning during this time of high government spending, most economists don't think it should be a concern right now, as the stimulus is necessary to get through the crisis in the first place. This has been your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Wednesday, August 26, 2020. As always, if you like the information and news you get from this show, let us know. Leave a rating and review wherever it is you listen. Plus, while you're there, don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss our new episodes. Thanks for listening. When it comes to buying a new home, you want to know that you're in good hands. At Right By You Mortgage, the dedicated team of lenders live in your community and are committed to being right by you every step of the way. Whether you're a growing family, a relocating professional, or a retiring couple, they'll partner with you to find the right loan to fit your unique home buying needs. Plus, with the Right By You Mortgage on-time closing guarantee, they'll pay you and the seller $500 if you don't close on time. Visit rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast to get started. Wherever life takes you, we're right by you. Go to rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast for full details. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 402136.